All right. Back to the game. Okay. Let's poke the skeleton.
Alexander already has a skeleton.
Ah.
The stuffed bear probably has stuffed fleas. Alexander decides to keep his distance.
Okay.
If Alexander wants anything from the pawn shop, he'll have to first give the pawn shop owner something in trade.
Okay, so can I'm sure I can look at my inventory.
The mechanical nightingale is made of tin, painted dreary shades of brown to match the coloring of a real nightingale. A small key emerges from its back. The mechanical nightingale's hard tin body doesn't feel anything like a real bird's soft feathers.
Oh, so I can't, like... I want to turn the key. Maybe I have to take it and give it to myself? Oh, there it is.
Alexander winds the mechanical nightingale and listens to its sweet, sunny tune.
Nice. That's pretty. I like it. Oh, right. Don't open it or anything.
Alexander sees nothing.
Nope. Oh, it stays in my selectable things. Oh, that is convenient. That's not something.
Old lamps for new.
Yeah, I get it. Thanks, bud. You said that last time. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Alexander doesn't see a reason to put that in the tree's hollow.
Neither does the game. The game doesn't see a reason to do it either. Okay, that's fine. It just seemed like it would fit adventure game wise.
Hello. I will be right up.
Oh, great, Shriners.
Now, what can I do for you?
Good day, sir. I'm a stranger in this land. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
That is quite a question, young man. Who are you, and what would you have me tell you?
My name is Alexander. I know I'm on the Isle of the Crown, but I'd like to know whatever you can tell me about this island, and if there are other islands nearby.
You are indeed a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet. This island is called the Isle of the Crown, because the royal family's castle is here. Besides the castle, we also have this village, and the docks over to the west. There are at least 3 other islands.
Oh, God.
The Isle of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
Did somebody say wonder?
Does no one know for certain?
Arrested Development.
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the Green Isles has always been a place of vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a 4th island, an isle shrouded in mists. I myself have never seen it. Then, too, the land of the Green Isles is said to exist on the boundaries of this world and the next. Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than anywhere else in the world.
That's quite a claim.
Claim, yes, but probably just local superstition. We who live here on the Isle of the Crown, at least, sleep well enough at night.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned, how might I learn more about them?
Ideally, a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores and learn about them firsthand. Meeting the leaders of each place would be helpful, naturally. Unfortunately, the ferry no longer runs between the islands. There has been much political unrest, and it has been too dangerous to travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days. And if you haven't
Why are you
been
still
there
calling him the
already,
ferryman even though he doesn't have a
you
ferry
might seek
anymore?
an audience at the castle.
Thank
call
you
him the
kindly,
man.
merchant, for all your good advice.
Ah, but advice is free, Alexander. Making use of it costs much more.
Okay, sorry, that was a long dialogue, so how would you answer that about Montana? You are in a land of mountains and trees. Mostly Republican, but there's some small pockets of Democratic people in the more populated areas of the state. Woe be you if you travel to the north and to the east, for there is nothing and fuck all to do there. Keep thyself to the mountains on the west and south. That's what I'd say. If you partake of the speed crystal, thy are in luck, for it abounds. It is strewn all about this land. What's the name of the bike game that looked like this? The bike game? I don't know, the bike game. You're gonna have to give me more than that. Oh, are you talking about Full Throttle? Bikers. Full Throttle, I'm guessing. Yeah, because Full Throttle was a point and click game, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't look like this, but all point and click games kind of resemble each other in many ways. Like, you can tell it's a point and click game. Like this right here, this icon, pretty standard.
There's a book entitled The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages on the small table in the reading area. It appears that some regular customer likes that book. A well-padded leather chair, a small table, and a fuzzy rug have been arranged into a cheery reading area near the fire.
They must have given this narrator like a fucking novel. It's like, hey, thanks for agreeing to do this. Here's 800 pages of dialogue. Wait, I'm just describing chairs and stuff? Mostly, yeah. So, wait a minute. You have dialogue for me if he tries to talk to a rock? Hey, money's good. All right, I'll do it. Sure, no problem.
There's a small table near the door that bears a sign. The sign has undergone a number of changes. It once read 10 pence, but that was crossed out and replaced with 5 pence, then 1 pence, then free.
There we go.
The sign currently reads, take one, please.
Oh.
Only one book remains on the table.
Well, I better grab it
looks
then.
like the bookshop owner really wants to get rid of that book.
I bet that book is cursed, isn't it? I'm not gonna grab it. He wants to get rid of it too badly. I'm not grabbing it. I'm not an idiot. DJ Knight, hey, 6 years, baby! Thank you so much, DJ Knight. Good to see you, my friend. And I want to say, hold on. There we go. We have a new one.
Rubbies on your bulgy wulgy.
You want a little rubby on your bulgy wulgy there, DJ Knight? Because I got a mod who'll do it for you. And you're dead.
Alexander picks up the book from the small table.
And I'm dead.
Oh, yes, please, take that book. You have my most humble thanks for doing so.
Nah, I'm good.
Sir.
Really? Thanks.
Nah, I don't need a rub on my bulgy wulgy. My wife is right here, dude. My wife. She is sitting right here. Ask me later. Jesus Christ.
A collection of children's books fill those shelves.
Can I have one? Nope.
Alexander is a little old for those children's books.
I don't know, man. Clifford the Big Red Dog is. I think anybody could get some enjoyment out of that shit. Well, before we do anything silly, let's save it. Okay. Let's look at the Man in Black.
An old man occasionally steals sidelong glances at Alexander from under a concealing hood.
Old man. Woman. I'm sorry. I'm a woman. Old woman. I'm not old. 33. Or 34. I don't remember what it says. 34. I'm 34. I'm not old.
A small fire burns in the fireplace despite
37.
the warmth of the day outside. Perhaps the bookshop owner simply finds it comforting.
Say that
A
again.
small fire burns in the fireplace despite the warmth of the day outside.
So, okay, clue number 1. The bookstore owner gets cold easily. Okay, I'll write that right down.
A plaque bearing a merchant crest hangs over the doorway. The bookshop owner must be proud of his credentials.
It's from Holy Grail, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Oh, let me look at the chandelier.
A wooden chandelier with
Everything.
small red candles is suspended from the ceiling.
It's a blessing and a curse that everything is interactable.
There's a small table near the table is... Alexander rests his feet for a moment. Alexander picks up and leafs idly through a book called The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages.
Put a big old crown on him. And?
Well, that was refreshing.
Okay. Nice. All right, cool. Cool. Tight. Cool. All right.
Alexander is carrying a book.
Nope, no. Okay, so you got to do this, then that.
Alexander opens the bargain book and reads a paragraph at random.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles,
I don't want to
albeit
write this down.
small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard.
Phew, what an incredibly boring book.
Okay.
No wonder the bookshop owner wanted to get rid of it so badly.
Nope. Wait, maybe, hold on. Oh, that was a little lackluster on the command front. Scott really phoned in that one, huh? Hey, look, it's DJ Knight. Fuck, dude. Like, hey, can we make a caster command for him? Yeah, sure, but it's not going to be any good. Here, I made one. Fuck, dude. What do I not pay you for? Here, maybe I'll give it to him.
The old man would not be interested in anything that Alexander might show him.
Oh, I beg to differ. Everybody's interested in that.
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man just ignores Alexander.
Oh, maybe he doesn't speak the king's.
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man just ignores Alexander.
3rd time's a charm.
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man just ignores...
Okay.
Might I return this?
Please, I had a hard enough time getting rid of that book in the first place.
Fuck! It's my book now! Okay, hold on. What, can I read another passage? I wonder if it's a different
Alexander opens the bargain book and reads a paragraph at random.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of...
one. Same one. Okay. Same passage.
Phew. An antique leather-bound book is displayed on a little stand on the counter. On the elaborate cover is the title, Ye Useful Book of Magic Spells.
Hey, look! A 3-headed monkey! Swipe.
How fare you, merchant?
I have been reading too much love poetry lately. It is rather depressing to an old bachelor like me.
How much for that book on the counter, merchant?
Meeting!
It is a fine book, is it not? I obtained it from the estate of the one and only magician this kingdom has ever had. Poofed himself into an aardvark in the end.
That's enough. I don't need to hear any more of the story.
I never found the
I don't want
spells
to think
all
about that.
useful myself, but then I lead a boring life. I tell you what, if you can find another rare book, something a bit more marketable, I might be willing to exchange the spelled book for it.
Alright, rare book. Nope, this pen sucks. That's right. I hate this pen. I'm throwing it away. Because it never works, and I keep trying to make it work. Alright. Rare book. For spell book. Okay. Our first mission, guys. We found our first mission. I'm going to poke this guy. Am I not going to poke him?
For some inexplicable reason, Alexander feels compelled to avoid this hooded old man.
No? Okay. Damn it!
Red roses beautifully cover the top of the house's fence and gate arbor.
You lazy thing! Get back to work and stay away from those roses! I've told you 1,000,000 times, those flowers are too sweet for the likes of you!
Shit, I walked into
You still
Cinderella!
got to do the breakfast dishes, make lunch, and clean the stables yet this morning! And get your veil back on! No one wants to look at your face!
Yes, stepmother.
Oh, so we get to see her. She's important. She has mouth movement and stuff. Okay.
A pot, etched by the natural elements of the island, decorates the porch. Palm trees, as graceful as gazelles, wave in the warm tropical breeze. Palm rocks above. The gate is closed. It appears that the house's owners like their privacy.
It's not going to block anybody from looking, though, really. Kind of short for that.
The house is made of stucco in an architectural style native to the island.
Wait a minute.
It is apparently quite old since climbing vines embrace its exterior.
I thought stucco was a new word. Like, within the past 100 years or 200 years. I didn't know stucco was like an old word.
The windows of the stucco house have neither glass nor curtains, allowing full entry to the warm sea breeze.
Huh.
Alexander is greeted with silence.
Hello, Silence. I am Alexander. Oh. You meant something else. Hey, the docks.
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the way to the next island.
You sound super trustworthy. I will join you. But first, let's go. Let's call him Aquaman. Oops.
A young boy
Let me get a look
is
at
happily
you.
swimming in the sea off the docks.
A young boy,
Come
eh?
on, jump in. A little water won't hurt you.
A young boy, huh? Well, bye-bye.
That's strange. The young boy in the water just disappeared. Oh well, perhaps he just dove under the water.
Yeah, better just get out of here. Oh, now there's someone else here.
An old canvas bag full of sand hangs off the side of the boat.
Like a boob?
It was most likely
Bags
used as
of
a
sand,
bumper
me
when
so horny,
docking
me
the
so
boat against the
stupid.
pier, but it's rather pointless now.
The bumper to keep the boat from being cracked or scuffed.
Alexander is standing at the island's docks. Both the pier and the only boat in sight are in sad repair. A worn wooden vessel has been dry docked on a jetty. The boat is in sad shape. A hole in the hull and the condition of its boards make it obvious that the vessel is no longer seaworthy. The battered old sail doesn't look like it's ever going to catch its second wind. There is no reply from the cargo hatch.
Yeah, what do you want?
Hey! Let me just stare at you for a minute.
Alexander searches for a way to reach the black-haired girl whose memory will not escape him.
Oh, I get the default thing. I don't even get a look at this guy.
Alexander
Go away, the ferry's out of business.
Alexander promises himself that he will not go home until he has determined what Casima's feelings are for him.
Okay, stock answer again. Okay, let's try it one more time.
Alexander feels his pockets.
No!
That boat is not.
Knock on the...
Alexander feels.
There. Sheesh.
I said the ferry's out of business. What do you want to keep bothering me for?
Alexander promises.
Excuse me.
There.
My name is Alexander.
For Christ's sake!
The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
I
Do you know anything about a
understand.
disappearing
I'd just
little
like to
boy
talk
in
to
the
you
water?
about the islands if you don't mind.
Well, I guess it'd be all right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside.
The noise! I love
What
the
is it you wanted to
noise!
talk about, young
It's
man?
such good serotonin feedback!
There's a rabbit's foot on the table. It seems the ferryman is counting on a little luck.
All we need is a rabbit's foot and a lot of luck.
The ferryman is a disgruntled-looking man who is probably a lot younger than he appears. Despite his tired air, he watches Alexander patiently. Alexander is sitting inside the ferry's cabin. The place displays the neatness of a seaman and the sparseness of a bachelor. There are few frills and comforts in the rough wooden environment, but the sunlight shines cheerily on the oaken beams, and the portholes admit a pleasant breeze.
Do you like that pleasant breeze from my porthole? Old seaman joke. That was another one. Bah!
Alexander is sitting inside the ferry's cabin. The place displays the neatness of a seaman and Several oil lamps are strategically placed around the boat's cabin to eliminate the island's dark nights.
Or facilitate burning the boat down for insurance purposes. Yo, Silver Server T! Gifting out 10 big subs to Skeletonometer. That might be Skeletonomer. Wait, kilometer? Skeletonomer. Kilometer. Skeletonometer. There you go. Feral Fox, Aaron M1980, Gnome Bucket, Raccootie, KDMX, Totally Scrooge, Crimson, Michelle 2013, and Diabetic Cheeseburger.
Hail Berserkers!
New subs for old! New subs for old! Okay, I'm done.
The ferryman's bunk looks hard and uncomfortable. No wonder he can be so cranky.
I'm a visitor to these islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Well, for one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked?
Huh. It just ain't safe to sail these days.
That sounds
what
like
with
a
the islands feuding and all.
Urban
We hear
Dictionary
how
thing.
Hazard ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me, I don't think she'll ever see water again.
But why are the islands feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing. 'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly.
Then this unrest is recent.
A few years is all, but it's been long enough.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired.
This old thing? This ferry's been out of water so long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater.
But there must be some way to get off this island.
There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the pawn shop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander.
Magic Map Pawn Shop, got it.
Tell me more about the ferry.
I remember when I used to ferry Queen Ilaria and Princess Cosima themselves. There was no thought of danger back then. They used to go visiting to care for the needy and to keep up the friendly relations between the islands. I remember their last trip. Things had started getting nasty by then, and when they came back aboard, I gathered that the Queen and the Princess had been received a bit coldly. Princess Cosima was such a pretty thing, and she was terribly upset. But who could be spreading these lies, she asked the Queen, but the Queen had no answer.
Someone's lying about the Queen and the Princess, huh?
What do you do now that the ferry no longer operates?
Me? I'm out of a job. The job my ancestors have held for generations. I'm the only one trained to avoid the reef and the rocks. But that knowledge does me no good now.
Is there no other boat on the island? One that might be more seaworthy?
Boats don't last long on these shoals, as you may have found out if you got here by ship. You can be quite sure that this old ferry is, or was, the only craft on the island.
Tell me more about Princess Cosima.
Ah, such a beautiful child, and so pure of heart. Why, a contrary thought has never crossed her mind. Her mother was the same. The king and queen. They served the islands, not the other way around. Always thinking about the people. They are sorely missed.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely spot. A bit crazy, mind you. Gotta have a good sense of humor to enjoy a tour there.
Go on!
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Isle of the Beast is pretty, but unfortunately, you can't get very far onto the island.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The inhabitants of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain are the most
Hey,
gorgeous
are you stuck in
creatures
a
you'll
loop,
ever
buddy?
see. If you ever get to see them, that is.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Castle of the Crown sure is a beauty. She's the finest palace ever built, I'll warrant.
What else?
Some say that the land of the Green Isles is near the edge of the world, and that the deadly currents are a result of a magnetism that sucks life from this world to the next. Of course, that's just silly talk.
Totally.
What else?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely
Okay.
spot.
We're repeating stuff now. All right, cool.
There's nothing of interest on that particular part of the
Oh, I'm not hitting it.
There's nothing of...
Let me.
I see
There
you
we go.
have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you?
Why don't
Perhaps
I?
giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Hooray!
Perhaps it will at that. Thank you.
Thank you, Booling.
Alexander doesn't want to take anything from the cabin unless the ferryman offers it to him.
That's fair. Probably a good plan.
Well, I think I'll be going now. Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Posh, not at all. It breaks the boredom, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, just be glad it's not a monkey's paw, right? Yeah, no shit.
The waters in this cove appear calm, but there's a dimpling pattern to the surface, which indicates an undertow.
Well, let's jump in, see what happens. Oh, he waves bye-bye, I love it.
The currents around the island pull Alexander under.
Oh, shit!
As Alexander struggles to the surface for the third and last time, he finds himself wishing he'd paid more attention to the warning signs of an undertow.
Oh, this is the under.
Next.
Nothing like getting swept off your feet.
Hey, I like it. Okay.
The ocean currents continue to murmur.
Okay. Throw the book in the water.
Alexander doesn't want to throw that in the sea.
Oh, sure he does.
Alexander can't reach the house's door. Alexander doesn't want to intrude on private property unless he's been invited.
Okay. Very polite, young man. I can dig it.
How fare you?
Hey, lad.
Alexander will have to deal...
Okay.
Old lamps.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks. Oh, what? Hey!
Alexander examines the large pot. It's currently empty, but a few scraps in the bottom indicate that it is used as a dump site.
Oh,
on
God,
occasion.
get your hands out of there. No, God, gross. Oh, don't put your hands in there then. Oh, yuckies.
Alexander is not in the market for pottery just now in his life. Alexander sees nothing.
Old lamp.
Alexander is standing on a sunny village street. There are open shops to his right, a hard-packed path beneath his feet, and palm trees waving over his head. To the north, a key-shaped arch leads to another part of the village. The village buildings are made of rough sandstone.
Old lamp.
The woman seems preoccupied with her chores and doesn't notice Alexander. The villagers...
Okay. You know what? Is there hotkeys for changing, like,
Old lamps for new.
the pointer or something?
Old lamps for new.
I can right-click through them, but I'm wondering if there's, like, a, in the book here, there's like a hotkey to change it from like looking, walking, pointing,
Old
grabbing.
lamps for new. Old lamps for new.
Yo, move it to the top of the screen. Yeah, I suppose I could do that. Okay.
Good day.
They are the function keys? Nope. Wait, are they? Were they doing it? No, they weren't. Okay. I'm just curious.
A mysterious old man also patronizes the pawn shop. He steals.
Yep, okay.
Good day, sir.
The old man just glares.
Okay.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it. It was quite a few years ago, you see.
You
The
forgot about a
estate of
magic
wealthy
map?
wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days.
Why?
It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
How about this book?
What would you take in exchange for the magic map?
I would need something of great value in trade for this map.
What would you...
I would...
How about rabbit's foot? How about that?
Would you be interested in making a trade for this, merchant?
A rabbit's foot. I do not believe I could use that.
Shit! Oh, here we go. Let's give a mint to the old fucking. Here you go.
Alexander decides to be friendly and offer the old man a mint.
Would you care for a mint, sir?
No, thank you.
Oh, shit!
I'll get my own mint from the dish when I want one.
Hey, I got him to talk to me though. That's good. Hey, first step. That's good.
Would you be willing to take my family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, are you a king then?
No, that's my father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
Well, Prince Alex, she is a beautiful ring. Are you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
For a
The
magic
ring does mean a
teleporting
lot
map?
to me. I
Yes!
didn't always have a family, you know. Still, it is only gold.
It
There
was
are more important things at stake now.
Then you now own a magic map. Prince Alex.
Goddamn.
I will keep your ring out of sight for a few days.
Hell yeah.
If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold. Ah, and a warning about the map. It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea. The limitation has something to do with the teleport spell ingredients. You might try the beach.
Thank you. You are very kind, and I'll remember about the map.
I think I already was at the beach. She was yelling at her daughter, I think.
Suddenly, the old man in the concealing cloak
What?
sneaks past Alexander.
No!
And with a sneaky dart of his hand,
Oh.
steals a mint from the candy jar.
They're free, dude. You don't have to steal them.
The old man stuffs the mint into his mouth and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
What the fuck?
Master,
I was observing in the village as you wished.
So
and
he
I
got
saw
drunk?
danger.
What the fuck is
No,
in
no,
those?
danger? No, a stranger there.
Thank you,
He says,
Silly Saw Thornton.
he's Prince Blamintender of Slaventry. You fool! You've been eating those mints again. I ordered you to stop that.
Those mints made out of?
Yes, master. Now, who did this stranger say he was?
He's got a glint in his eye. I'm gonna steal his eye.
A salamander of peasantry. You idiot! Are you trying to tell me that Prince Alexander of Daventry is here? Confound it! That's the young man Cassima met at Mordak's castle. The timing could not be worse. Tell me, what is he doing? He was in the pawn shop buying a magic smap.
Oh, I'm gonna get that eye.
Smap? What is this magic smap? With the smap, he can travel to other islands. Master. That's a map, you dolt! Oh, drat it all. I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar, I can't have him stirring things up. Not now! Get a hold of yourself and listen carefully, Shamir. Go to the other islands and tell them...
I'm sorry, I was having a vision. That was weird. Anyway. Silly Saw Thornton, thank you for the prime, or the new sub-a-dub.
Hail, Berserker!
Welcome. I appreciate that. Okay. Can I get it?
Alexander takes a closer look at the items on the counter.
Oh. Do I already have it? Oh, I do. There we go.
Alexander remembers what the pawn shop owners said about only being able to use the map out in the open.
Right.
And
Okay, yeah, map won't work here. Got it, thanks. Thanks!
How fare you?
A man my age can only thank the heavens for continued strength, young sire.
Ask him about the mints, dude! Oh, maybe I need a...
if Alexander wants to exchange one of his possessions for an...
I took a mint.
Help yourself. That is what they're there for.
Alexander eats the mint. Not bad. A little stale, perhaps.
Now...
Alexander takes a mint. Why use that on the mint?
No!
The small green mint looks very tasty.
The fuck is that? Is he diabetic or something? Is he, what's that other one? That other, affliction with sugar or whatever. It's not, it's not diabetes, it's, yeah, hypoglycemic, there you go. Is he hypoglycemic?
The pawn shop... A few well-aged barrels probably hold assorted smaller goods and perishables. Alexander's musical abilities have always leaned more towards wind instruments.
Oh. Okay.
The ship is ruined, It has nothing further to offer Alexander. Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Let's go! I like to dream. Going to the Isle of Sacred Mountain. Let's go to the Isle of Wonder, dude.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
They sound fun over there. I can't believe this teleportation item. No one's interested in this at all. Like, oh, it's just been gathering dust. Will you take my old ring for it? Yeah, sure, no problem. Really? Okay. All right, save it. Call this one. Mappy. Map. Is that a clam on a bed?
One of the oysters is sitting up in bed and doesn't look very happy.
Yeah,
he seems to be the only one who can't sleep.
An oyster, but yeah.
In the oyster's mouth, Alexander can see a glint of white.
I have an idea. You know what? You know what'll put these oysters to sleep? This book.
Perhaps Alexander should find out more about the oyster first.
Oh, fine. I guess before I read him a fucking bedtime story, I better ask it its name.
Why aren't you asleep like the other oysters?
Oh, I'm so weary, but I can't sleep.
Oh, God.
I have a terrible ache in my mouth.
This voice sounds familiar.
What's wrong with your mouth?
No offense, but it hurts too much to talk.
What's wrong?
No.
If you're having trouble sleeping, perhaps you'd like me to read to you.
Hey, that would be great.
2 dulcimers raised to the degree of 40 half-dulcimers, divided into equal parts by the third of a cackle of grouse geese, put over the result of 10 fine mackles, albeit small fine mackles, stretched over the total of 53 1/8 bottles of wild beast lard.
Grab it!
Yields a gilded minnow of precise measurements.
I gotta wait till it yawns. So grab it.
2,069 centidrills by 3,023 6/7 puns, not punts, as might be expected. This is not to say, however, in any sense whatsoever, that deviations in mean temperature of 5 or 6 dregs or so.
Alexander sees nothing of interest on that part of the oyster.
No, God damn it! I wasn't right on the fucking thing.
Indicate a
Shit!
fabrication or derivation sufficiently broad enough to exacerbate the conclusions uncovered in due course with regards to the dimensions, consistency, mass, or thickness inherent in the menial suckling grouse.
Alexander makes a grab for the pearl.
Do it!
Hey, you fixed my mouth. It feels great.
The little oyster drifts into peaceful slumber with the rest of his oyster friends.
I'll suck your dick! I'll suck your dick! Bring it over to my oyster mouth and I'll suck your dick!
Bruce Taylor's voiced all 3 of Donald's nephews in DuckTales, Minnie the Good Fairy, Godmother, and Cinderella. Oh, wow. Wow. What's this thing?
A string of letters floats in the water. The letters spell out, "Where are you going?" Alexander's heard of alphabet soup, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, but this is ridiculous.
Alexander picks up the object floating in the water. It appears to be a string of letters.
Wait.
They say, "Where are you going?"
Are they just letters or?
Alexander decides to keep the odd sentence, even though it is incomplete.
What now? Are they on paper? They just I don't understand.
Alexander is carrying, oddly enough, a sentence.
Just
It
carrying a
says,
sentence.
"Where are you going?"
Okay.
The little oyster is sleeping peacefully now that Alexander's removed the irritating pearl.
Why does CK have a fetus emote? Oh, because anybody who like bitches in her channel is called a crying fetus, like meaning they're young. You're too young. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stop crying, you fetus. That kind of thing.
Oyster beds line the seashore. Most of the oysters are sound asleep.
I like that they have beds. 4-poster beds, all of them.
Large craggy boulders lie on the beach as though pushed up from the sea by giant hands.
Okay.
Alexander hears someone coming.
Uh-oh!
Five fierce guards of the isle we be. Watch for a foreign man, said he, with ears and nose, tongue, hands, and eyes. Its nature cannot be disguised. If man it be, then man it dies.
Whoa, what?
Old Tom Troll, smell your smell. Do that which you do so well.
So we've got all 5 senses are represented here. So we've got smell, sight, taste, touch, and sound.
Alert, my brothers, as we feared, a man has landed here. A man so Sarah knows, into the waiting sea he goes.
You're just gonna throw me in the water? No, this is fun. I was scared for a minute, but this is fun.
The gnomes toss Alexander too far out into the sea for him to get his footing. The currents drag him under.
And to the underworld he goes, to Davy Jones's locker.
Tickets only. Next.
No ticket.
Guess those gnomes couldn't reach a consensus.
Oh, good lord. Oh, shortly before I picked this up.
There's no reason to touch that.
What? There, pick
Alexander.
it up.
Alexander.
Okay.
Alexander here.
Five fierce. Old Tom.
Alexander eats the mint. Not bad. A little stale, perhaps. A gnome with a huge nose stands before Alexander. 4 gnomes stand waiting in line. 4
Alert, my brothers, as we feared, a man has landed here.
Okay. So apparently I don't know what to do with those guys yet, so we'll just take off.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
I'm gonna kick. Man, you're like 3 feet high. I'd kick their ass. Why aren't you kicking their ass? Why are you trying to figure out this puzzle? The answer to this puzzle is whoop some ass.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Oh, look at all these quest items I can get. Holy shit, there's so many of them.
Alexander notices an unusually large coal-black feather lying on the beach. There's an ugly flower growing near the base of the cliff. There appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer.
Oh, watch for falling rocks. Oh, ignorance kills, wisdom elevates.
The rock has been etched by some unknown hand. One may need to read about the logic cliffs in the guidebook to the land of the Green Isles in order to understand this mystical inscription. The rock has been etched by some unknown hand. One
read
may
about
need
the
to
logic
read about
cliffs.
the logic cliffs in
the
the
guidebook?
guidebook to the land of the Green Isles
Oh.
in order to understand this mystical inscription.
Okay, logic something, land of the Green Isles. Logic something. Okay. Logic cliffs, here we go. One of the most excuse me. One of the most intriguing artifacts left by the Ancient Ones are the logic cliffs. The cliffs are so named from a series of riddles written on the face of the cliffs leading from the beach of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain to the Winged One's city. Chiseled painstakingly into the rock, the viewer must question what purpose the words serve. From the ancient scroll that references the cliffs, it can be determined that the riddles on the cliff were part of an elaborate mechanism designed to protect those who dwelt at the top of the cliffs from undesirables that may arrive from the sea below. The mechanism may have served as some sort of calling device designated or designed to alert those at the top of the cliffs that a brother required admittance, or perhaps led to a secret chambers within the rock itself. Whatever the cliff's purpose was, it was obviously built to admit only those indoctrinated into the secrets of the Ancient One's culture, and for that reason, alas, yes, as yet unsolved by those who live today. The following translations from the Cliffs of Logic Scroll may help the reader understand the mystique that surrounds this artifact. The first challenge. Only those pure of heart will be able to rise the Cliffs of Logic. Wait a minute, what? The third challenge. Wait, the first challenge and then it goes to the third challenge? The fuck? The third challenge. The stones of stealth are associated with this riddle. 4 men standing in a row, third from the left, and down you go. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, and the second son. The fifth challenge. Only those of the highest order may ascend the Cliffs of Logic. Oh, so they've only translated the first, third, and the first and third challenges. So that's all I got right now. From the ancient scroll that references the cliffs. Right. Okay. You think the first challenge would be this one right here? Only those pure of heart will be able to rise the Cliffs of Logic. Well, I'm wondering if I just press the R, the I, the S, and the E.
The rock has been etched by some unknown hand.
Oh. Oh my God.
Huge blocks of stone erupt from the granite cliff.
I am a fucking genius!
Alexander stares with wonder. That's quite a way to welcome a guest, if indeed it is a welcome.
Baboosh! So that was the answer to the first challenge or whatever. Now, before I pick up any of these other things on the ground here, let's call this save Genius. Okay. Because I don't know if picking up this shit will kill me, but we'll find out.
Alexander takes the feather.
Okay.
Alexander picks the flower and is startled by its hideously strong skunk-like odor.
There's a
For a
fucking
moment, he
answer.
can smell nothing else.
Okay, so smell. Let's write down the senses. Smell, sight, taste, touch, sound. So for smell, we have flower. So we got that one taken care of. I think. I mean, it's logical. Doesn't mean it works. That's some skunk
Jagged
weed,
boulders
dude.
surround the small cove of this rocky island. Large boulders have pushed their way from the cliffs to form a rough staircase. Alexander cannot get to that step from here.
Oh, I gotta do one at a time. Are you kidding? Okay. The fuck? I love this Bugs Bunny music. There we go. Okay, it did it automatically.
Alexander
You have to do them one at a time.
large boulder.
Okay. I just wonder if it changed like the description, if it's like a fake one and I'll fall down or something. One of these is gonna give way, right? Okay, maybe not.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
A master of language will... Half a mo, please. Nope. Nope. Where is it? There we go. So each of these represents a letter of the alphabet. So like this one here is A. This one here is B, so on and so forth. The Ancient Ones, here we go, we have a passage. The Ancient Ones alphabet. The alphabet of the Ancient Ones consists of graphic symbols, like boobs and wieners. No, it doesn't say that, I'm just kidding. It is clear that their language and ours has the same root, for their writings are directly translatable by simply placing the appropriate letter of our alphabet for its corresponding symbol in theirs. It is probable that the Ancient Ones spoke in our language and used these symbols in their writings as a code for secrecy or for their ceremonial beauty. Or perhaps our own letters for the spoken language evolved as shorthand shorthand notations for the complex symbols used by the Ancient Ones. In any case, there are 26 primary symbols in their alphabet. There are other minor symbols, but those were used only for accent and as representations of complex philosophical ideals and are not included here. In addition to their alphabetical functions, each symbol also represents an emotion, a color, a creature, and a natural or metaphysical element. Okay. A master of language will... Okay. And they do, all 26 letters have like a little sentence description, like A, this symbol represents harmony, the cat, the color sienna, and earth. B, this symbol represents sorrow, the albatross, the color charcoal gray, and onyx. So, I'm guessing these have something to do with it. I can't open my...
Reading about the Ancient Ones in the gut...
I know, thank you. They're laid out really weird, too. Like, they're not laid out, like, in rows or whatever. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm pretty smart. You don't need to help me. I feel like Judge Judy. It's like, you know why I know that? Because I'm smart. I'm smarter than you are. So let's see. Dove, mouse, whale, grasshopper, unicorn, shark, sheep, parrot, owl, cricket, swan, crab, dolphin, rabbit, caterpillar, jackal, dog, tortoise, serpent, monkey, horse, lion, cow, warthog. So I was wondering if that black feather. Nothing that I've listed has a black feather. I was looking for like raven or crow or something. Master of language will crow. All right, the Ancient Ones. The Ancient Ones' culture inhabited the Isle of the Sacred Mountain perhaps as much as 1,000 years ago. At that time, it is likely that there was no kingdom and that the Ancient Ones existed alone in the sea, since no similarly aged records exist on any other island. The Ancient Ones had an advanced, mysterious culture. Their writings have been discovered on ancient tablets and scrolls buried beneath the current Winged One city and in the ancient catacombs on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. It is commonly believed that they possess knowledge and mechanical acuity far surpassing anything that exists today. This belief is based on a few remaining artifacts, such as their mysterious labyrinthine catacombs and the writing on the island's cliffs. The artifacts of the Ancient Ones are fiercely guarded by the Winged Ones and are studied by scholars of that race who spend their whole lives trying to unravel their mysteries. What is known about them derives from these delicate and treasured written records. The Ancient Ones were believers in the power of language and were fond of saying, "A master of languages will soar." This presumably refers to intellectual heights rather than physical ones, but who can say? It is also known that they were great lovers of symbols, and had a complex theology which seemed to worship all things aerial. Though only fragments of their belief system are understood today, the Ancient Ones gave meaning to every creature. Every color, every element, and mineral. In addition, they studied the emotional states of being. Every emotion, like every creature, color, and element, ranked high or low on their theological scale, the lowest being base or primitive, the highest being pure. At the top of this scale were the sacred four, the emotion tranquility, the color azure, and the creature caterpillar, and the element of air. I hate to do this to such a collector's item, but I'm going to write in it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna highlight. Remember when you used to use highlighters on your books, your study books? That's what I'm doing. So, top of the scale, Sacred 4, Tranquility, Azure, Heir, Caterpillar. Okay. Master of Language will soar. Hey, oh my God, I don't know how to say your name. Jive. You jive turkey. Jheiv. Come on. Jive.
Hail, Berserker!
Thank you so much. Gotta do what you gotta do, and I'm leaving collector's items. I don't really either. I believe in utility rather than whatever the other part of that sentence is. I can't think of the word. I want to play with things. I don't want to just look at them. All right, the color azure and the element air are obvious allusion to the sky. Similarly, tranquility is reminiscent of the heavens above. The caterpillar is the one surprise. In their reasoning, however, it makes perfect sense. After all, there are birds aplenty in the skies, but what glory is it to fly when one is born with wings? Is it not more glorious still to be born to crawl upon the ground and build one's own wings? Ooh. 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 It is a matter of much debate whether or not the Ancient Ones themselves possess the power of flight. Despite their theology, the remains of the Ancient Ones do not bear the wings that distinguish the Isle of the Sacred Mountain's current inhabitants. The Winged Ones firmly believe that the Ancient Ones flew without wings, thus proving themselves superior even to the Winged Ones themselves. Some scholars on the Isle of the Crown, however, believe the Ancient Ones could not fly, and that their obsessive interest in flight and their secret knowledge enabled them to create a winged race, the descendants of whom are the Winged Ones. But such things we will never know for certain, for true understanding was buried along with the last of that long dead race. Okay. So, soar. So to find the S, which is this guy. The O, which is this guy. I'll tell you what they mean. S, this symbol represents happiness. The dog, the color pink and marble. O, this guy. This symbol represents joy, the dolphin, the color azure and sapphires. A, which is that one. Yep. This symbol represents harmony, the cat, the color sienna and earth. I didn't save. I should probably have saved. This probably, if I get this wrong, it's gonna kill me. And R, which is this guy. This symbol represents grief, the jackal, the color silver, and the element silver.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
Happy pink dog named Silver. Silver! Oh, wait, no. Oh, you're doing... So it's, SOAR would be a dog, a joyful dog, a dog filled with joy, that is sienna in color, and is named Jackal. It's a jackal! Jackal! Is it a jackal? Oh, let's save it. Save it under genius. Can I just... I can! Oh my god! I just wanted to see if I could just walk off, and you bet I can.
Next.
You can just walk the fuck off. It's great.
That wasn't a very logical step.
Doi. One fucking step at a time. Are you joking? Why are you doing this to me? Oh.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
Circle gets the square. All right, it's time for the third one. So the third challenge. The Stones of Stealth. 4 men standing in a row. Third from the left. And down you go. Don't touch that one. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, and the second son. So not that one. But it says the youngest, the oldest, and second son. Four men standing in a row. Third from the left and down you go. So not that one. Oh, the rest in order. Okay, so you got to do youngest. Now, hold on a minute. In order, do you mean oldest to youngest or youngest to oldest? That sucks. Let's see. So, I mean, this is youngest, oldest, second son. Oh, maybe third from the left and down you go. No, that has to mean like... It has to mean like you push this one and like down off the cliff you go, I would imagine. But it does say 4 men. Okay, so we have... So, youngest, oldest, second son. So 1, 4, 2. Nope, do it again.
4 plain stone buttons have been carved.
Oh, I thought that would do it. Shit!
Alexander gets the feeling that was the wrong button.
Oops. Okay.
Tickets only. Tickets
only.
What a riddle. Stones of Stealth. Find a guide to keep your...
Ah, shut up. I got it. I get it.
Alexander examines...
Okay. 4 men standing in a row. Third from the left and down you go like I did. Yep. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, second son. So the only other order would be this.
Alexander gets the...
All right, I'm going to read this out loud one more time. 4 men standing in a row. Third from the left and down you go. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, and the second son. Okay, so if there's 4 men there, that means that the third has to be in the middle somewhere. He's the third son. So, youngest. If I go from oldest to youngest, it would be 2, 4, 3, 1.
Alexander examines the strange.
Because it would be youngest, oldest, second son. So that would, if this is the third son, it would, if I'm going oldest to youngest, it would be 3. 3. Or excuse me, 2, 4, 3, 1.
Alexander gets the.
So I was right the first time when I thought that button was just a death button, no matter what. Okay. Okay. I mean, so if I assign them like number
Alexander
values.
Examines the.
So the youngest would be 1-year-old. Oldest, let's say 4. Second son would be 3 years old. So I would guess in order of birth. So the firstborn is the oldest. That one. Second son being the second one born. That one. And the youngest, that one. And I don't understand like why that's not like the case. Like why that doesn't just do it. Unless you push the third one first, and that's because that's dad.
Alexander gets the feel. Alexander
Nope.
gets the.
That is the wrong button every time. I mean, unless the youngest, oldest, second son has nothing to do with it, it's just you got to press them in order. So you just got to do 1, 2, 4.
Alexander. Alex.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's in the riddle. 4 men standing in a row. Hit 4 first. Third from the left. Down you go. Oh, wait, no. The third one always dumps me. 4, 3, and 2. Why are they called the Stones of Stealth, though? Well, there's numbers in the riddle. 4 men standing in a row. Third from the left and down you go. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, oldest, and second son. I'm still not pressing all of them.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff. Alexander
That's not it.
Alexander
I mean, if there's only 3 buttons to press, you could brute force it, and I don't want to do that. That's the thing. 4 men standing in a row. The rest in order, or the third from the left, and down you go. The rest in order. Move you on. The youngest, oldest, and second son. What's really fucking with me is why it's called the Stones of Stealth. I mean, the language of the riddle is very ambiguous. The rest of them, the youngest, oldest, second son. Well, that's okay. The oldest is the first son, right? Because I'm the first son. My dad had three children. He had 3 boys. I'm the oldest, so I'm the first. My brother was the second son. My dad's second son, so he was second in line, and then Tyson, youngest, he was third. Youngest, oldest, second son. So this, that, and that. Go.
Nothing happens.
Okay, so I can click off of the thing. Okay.
Alexander Nothing happens.
Nope. Okay. Well, here's the thing. If they're not all brothers, then there's no telling how old the second son is compared to the youngest and the oldest. So we got like a baby, an old man, and a second son of indeterminate age.
Alexander Nothing happened. Alexander
That time I was going youngest, oldest. So I went youngest, oldest, or youngest, middle, oldest. All right. 4 men standing in a row, third from the left, and down you go. So don't touch the third one, obviously. The rest, comma, in order, comma. The commas are important. Because if you say the rest in order, that means they are in an order. They are in order from oldest to youngest. They are not, though. It says the rest, comma, in order, comma, move you on. The youngest, oldest, second son. Youngest, oldest, second. Okay. Manny XO, thank you for the 10 months. And Joker, thank you for the 27.
Nothing happened.
I think so.
Alexander
The third one is not labeled. The third man is not labeled as anybody. Because there are 4 men standing in a row. All right. One more time. 4 men standing in a row. Third from the left, and down you go. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, and the second son. I think. I mean, the youngest, the oldest, the second son. This could be the second son, and this could be something else. And that does nothing.
Nothing happens. Alexander examines the Alexander.
Okay. So that always kills you. Right?
Oops.
Yeah, that always kills you. True TVX, thank you for the 28 months. Whoops.
Alexander. No. Alexander. The cliffs cannot be scaled by hand.
Oh.
Alexander.
I am. The language is so ambiguous that I don't. I'm overthinking it, but I don't know how. If you overthink a lot of things, it's hard to underthink them. I don't understand like how to think lower than I am.
Alexander.
Third from the left, and down you go. The rest in order move you on. I mean, do you start from the third and the left, and then it's the youngest, the oldest, and the second son? If you start here and then they're in order. I mean,
Nothing happened.
okay.
Alexander.
So, youngest, oldest, second son. So if I went from the youngest, it would be that.
Nothing happened. Alexander.
Third from the left, and down you go. Okay, so the rest in order move you on. Youngest, oldest, second son. I mean,
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite
I don't
cliffs.
feel better about that. The language is so ambiguous, it's just ridiculous. It's not, that's not a well-crafted riddle to me. I really don't think it is. I mean, you could disagree with me if you want, but whatever. I got it. I figured it out. Mr. Scott Evans has gotten shitboxed. Oh, the last 2 minutes of the stream. Scott is gonna be shitboxed. Oh, god damn. Nice. Very nice. Well, maybe not the last. There's only one more, I think. Oh, no, there's 5. This was the third one. I kept doing, what? Oh, can I not stay on there for too long? If you write left to right, the oldest circle would be on the left and the youngest would be on the right.
Whoa, wait a minute.
What?
Large boulders.
Why am I waiting a minute? Oh, because you were losing your balance? It was a simple but effective riddle. No, it's ambiguous language. The rest in order move you on. In order can mean a couple of different things. It's imprecise language, and we all know how much I hate imprecision. I hate that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be in the order that they gave me. It could be in the order of age. Hey, listen. Maybe you think that's a great fucking riddle, and that's fine. You're wrong and stupid, but that's fine. It's fine to be wrong and stupid.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
All right, I know this one. This one is Tranquility as your caterpillar heir. Tranquility is D. And the symbol for D is a rook. There. Azure. Oh. Caterpillar. Q. and Heir. G. So it's D-O-Q-G? Weird. All right. G is that guy.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
Oh, in Latin, Jehovah begins with an I. Mentero V with the 93 months. Thank you, Mentero V. Also, Shilly JD with the primes up.
Hail, Berzinger!
All right, and the fifth riddle. Oops. As we're walking along, I will read the fifth riddle. The fifth challenge, I mean. Only those of the highest order may ascend the cliffs of logic, and ascend is all in caps. Did you know there was DLC for this game? That sounds like a joke. DLC these nuts! Oh, got it. Damn, I know, right? You know, I like a good D's nuts joke. I'm a big fan. Boo, would you mind horribly grabbing my weed order when you're done with your cast? I suppose.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
All silent cry the noble boulders.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh, I will. There better be a fucking easier way to get down.
Alexander finds himself finally at the top of the cliffs. Exhausted, he steps
You have to
over
click
the lip
each
of
step.
the plateau and stands.
Fucking tedious.
Why do you make such an effort to climb the cliffs, young man? The winged ones who live on this island have the power.
They got the power of flight. Did that do anything for you? That's levitation,
You could have
old
it
lady.
too, if you'd only eat a berry from this magical flying nightshade bush.
Oh shit, I can fly. Oh shit. Oh. And then you crumple yourself up.
See? The sweet berries will make you float like a petal on the wind. Try some.
And we will try some tomorrow. That is gonna do it for me today. If you want to see me eat a berry and fucking fly, you will have to wait until tomorrow.